Welcome back to the Great South East. I've popped into the Discover Eumundi Centre, which is in the old Anglican church on Main Street. It's a museum to this gorgeous little town, manned by volunteers like Phil. Now tell me about this guided walk I should head off on.
Well, it's a self-guided walk, Sophie, designed to get you to see all the heritage sites in town, all the art galleries and quite a bit of history if you took the trouble to have a look.
Well, I was going to say, most people know Eumundi for the markets, but there is a lot of history in this little town.
The old railway line, the logging that used to be here, sugarcane used to be a big industry, all gone, but we've got a record of it here.
It's certainly retained its country charm too.
It has, including most of the characters you're liable to meet down the main street.
Well, I just may meet a few of them.
There's your map.
Thank you.
Have a nice time.
I'll head off and see you later in the show. This is a really great self-guided walk and a wonderful way to discover Eumundi. Everything is nice and close to each other and it's so charming. I think one of the reasons that Eumundi's retained its charm is because of all the original architecture. Have a look at Joe's waterhole over my shoulder. They've been quenching thirsts there for over 120 years. But today all the action is across the street. I'll take you to the Eumundi markets after the break. The township of Eumundi is a small, close-knit community in the Sunshine Coast hinterland, about 2 hours north of Brisbane. On any other day, you could describe it as a quiet and peaceful place. But come Wednesdays and Saturdays, the town's overrun by hundreds of visitors. It all started back in 1979 when a local ceramic artist had a light bulb moment. He wanted to create a European-style market here in Eumundi, but that first attempt was hardly the grand bazaar. There was a total of 3 stalls and 8 visitors. As you can see though, things have certainly changed. Now with over 600 stalls and an estimated 1.6 million visitors a year, it's the biggest art and craft market in Australia. How cute are these? Eumundi is definitely an area that fosters creativity, and the market's ethos, we make it, bake it, grow it, sow it, is a mantra that rings true. It's great to see that while the number of stall holders has grown, traditional art forms remain timeless. Tell me about how you create these.
Well, I managed to develop this of putting different clays together which have different shrinkage rates.
Ceramic artist Kiki Vasiliou has been moulding and shaping clay creations for over 25 years. She's been a regular at markets for the last 2 decades, where her distinctive style has always remained popular.
The lights are they're my favourites, I have to say, and it's nice to have some vibrant colours around, but then you've got these nice neutral shades.
Why choose the Eumundi markets to be able to share your wares?
Because they're probably the best markets in the world. As I recently went to Tasmania and went to the, not to say anything nasty about the market, they weren't as good as here. They didn't have the handicrafts that we have, and they didn't have that sort of community feeling that we have here.
What is it that you particularly love yourself as a shopper here at the markets?
Well, as a shopper, I find that because there's so many different unique things here, and because they're handcrafted by the person selling them, I find that I don't need to go anywhere else.
Winding my way through the markets, the variety is staggering, but one constant is the friendly faces greeting you, like Terry, who's been part of the Eumundi markets for almost 30 years. And it's now a family affair, with his sons also running stalls. Now that's a drill put to good use. Marketing manager Peter Holman is another character you're likely to encounter. A veritable celebrity around here, he's distinguishable by his red trilby hat and the fact that he knows everyone. It's amazing that in the space of literally 20 metres you've got pretty much the entire world covered when it comes to food.
We sure do, don't we? We have Japanese and Italian, French, Spanish,
Argentinian.
Mexican, Argentinian, yeah.
So amazing that people are so eager to try different foods now. I bet it wasn't like that 11 years ago when you first started at these markets.
It wasn't, and we didn't have we didn't even have the range of food. You know, there wasn't very much cooked food at all. It was mostly produce, but now there's a lot of cooked international flavours, which is wonderful.
As well as food stands, there are cooking demonstrations. The Market Chef competition is now in its second year and sees participants from local schools guided by top chefs. School teams then cook off against one another using seasonal ingredients. It seems while the setting is an historic one, the markets are continuing to grow and evolve with the times.
Do you still love it as much as you did when you first started?
Even more, I think. Yeah, even more. I mean, I've seen it grow, and we're one big family. It's like one community growing together, and we all know each other really well. We know each other's children, we know each other's family.
Now, I can't help but notice over your shoulder is something I've actually never tried before. It says Brazilian sticks, the flavours of Brazil. What's a Brazilian stick?
Aren't they wonderful?
I don't know.
Well, it's like a batter, and with all the beautiful fresh ingredients like mushrooms and feta cheese and spinach, and you bake it almost.
It looks delicious. Let's go to Brazil. Wow, that's fantastic. Well, there's enough to share. Would you like a little?
Look at that. Yes, I'd love some. Thank you.
Gluten-free too.
Take your taste buds around the globe and explore the world's largest arts and craft market at Eumundi. Open Wednesdays and Saturdays. For more ideas of things to do while you're on the Sunshine Coast or anywhere in southeast Queensland, the RACQ, Queensland Holidays and Queensland Rail Travel websites are all great resources. The Eumundi markets may be best known for their arts and crafts, but as you can see, there's all that and a whole lot more. And after a full day of exploring, I could think of no better way than to finish up here, treating myself to a little massage. Hope we've given you some inspiration to head out and explore the markets for yourself. And I do hope you can join us all next time as we take you on a new journey to our little southeast corner of Queensland that we call the Great Southeast. We'll see you then. The Great Southeast has a proud partnership with Tourism Queensland and with Queensland Rail and RACQ. The Motorama Group keeps us all on the move.